I am Heather and I teach a class here at Plant City Yoga every Sunday, 11 o'clock. It's Soul Yoga Sunday, and I want to invite you to come join me into my class, as well as come check out our website and our YouTube page, Plant City Yoga. Hello and welcome to Soul Yoga Sunday. We're going to begin in an easy cross-legged position, sitting on our mats. Just beginning to center yourself, noticing where you are in your body. Maybe closing your eyes just for a moment. Letting your hands rest either on your knees, or you can let them just rest along your side. Beginning to notice your breath as you take an inhale, pulling that breath all the way down into your belly, and an exhale, release. On your next inhale, pull those shoulders all the way up into your ears and let it go with a inhale once more, pulling those shoulders all the way up, and release with a one more deep inhale. Pull those shoulders up tight as you can and release. Let that go. Letting that right hand come alongside the mat. Inhale now your left arm all the way up and over. Reach and extend through those fingertips and breathe. On your next exhale, see if you can bend just a little deeper into your stretch, extending out long through your fingertips. And as you inhale, let that left hand come down to your right knee. Inhale your right arm up and behind you. Turn your gaze over your shoulder and lengthen through your spine. Taking full breaths in and out. On your exhale, releasing back to center. This time, place your right hand right on top of your head. Extend your left fingertips out and draw your ear to your shoulder. Feeling that elongation all through the side of your neck. And release. Breathing your head back to center. Left hand alongside the mat. Inhale your right arm all the way up. And extend through the fingertips, reaching long. On your exhale, a little deeper. Open up through the side body. Feel your ribs expand. And then on your exhale, release that right hand down to your left knee. Inhale the left arm back. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder, sitting up tall. On your exhale, releasing back to center. This time, take your left hand on top of your head. Let that ear just drop down. Extend out through your right fingertips and feel your neck open. Inhaling your head back to center. Bring both arms all the way up overhead. Hands and palms together. Exhale, release. 2 more breaths in. Let those arms and hands extend up. Exhale, release. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here to pause and just set an intention for your practice. Breathing that deep into your heart. And then just release your hands down to your knees. Bringing your hands to the tops of your knees, we're going to slowly roll that chest in. And then as you exhale, open wide, breathe, bring that heart center up. Exhale, rolling through the spine. Inhale, open your heart center. And exhale, release. 2 more breaths just like that. In and out. Feeling that heart center rise, expand, and then release. Coming back to your center, bring now both of your hands right behind your back. Clasp those hands, roll those shoulders up and down, and start to pull those arms up. Feel once more your chest, your heart center rise. Breathe as your shoulders begin to open. Opening to all that is possible. As you exhale, let your head fall forward. You can bring those arms behind you as high as you can go. Breathing. And then on your exhale, slowly rise all the way back up. This time, place your hands behind your hips. Pull the hips up off the ground. Starting to open up through the front of your body. You can let that head and neck gently fall back if that's comfortable. Breathing in and out. As you exhale, sink all the way down. This time, let those arms and fingers come all the way overhead and walk your fingertips out. Starting to feel those hips open, as well as breathing all the way up into the tips of your fingertips. You can let the head fall between your arms if you'd like. And then gently roll all the way up, rolling through that spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Taking your hands back to your knees, we're going to bring those knees right up to center. Let those feet come right out in front. Move any props out of the way if you have anything in your way. And just move those knees from side to side, starting to get some hip movement in there. Bring those knees back to center. Let those feet come about hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. You're going to rise all the way up into reverse table. Once more, letting that head fall back if that's comfortable for you. Continuing to try to raise those hips up. Breathe. If you want a little extra challenge, you can extend that right leg straight out. And then dropping the right leg down, maybe extend that left leg straight out. Dropping that left foot down. Inhale, raise those hips a little higher. On your exhale, you're going to sink all the way back down into your mat. Extend your left leg straight forward. Cross the right leg so that it comes right over the top of your left knee. Find those sit bones. Level yourself out into your mat. Sitting up nice and tall through your spine. On your exhale, slowly lower. So you're staying nice and straight through that spine, allowing yourself just to fall forward, letting that bend come through your hips. Breathe into it. Breathing into any tightness. As you exhale, maybe come a little deeper And as you inhale, gently roll all the way up, letting that right leg cross over your left, making sure that left leg is strong all the way through your heel. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling, left arm coming over your right knee. Inhale your right arm back and over. And turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Getting that deep twist all through your spine. Making sure to continue to breathe. And as you exhale, return back to center. Let your right knee drop back down over your mat. We're going to walk that left foot all the way up as close as you can to your body. At the same time, press up through the palms of your hands. You can circle through your ankle. Opening up your ankle and your hips. At the same time, breathing, sitting up nice and tall through your spine. And then drop both your knees down. This time we're going to stack those knees. Once more, find those sit bones. Bring those knees in as close as you can, squeezing through your inner thighs. Let those shoulders drop. Sitting up tall through your spine. Breathe into it. Take that right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Walk that down through the center of your back. And then bring your left hand to try to meet your right fingertips. Continue to press. Raise that chest up. Breathe into any tightness in your shoulders. Exhale. Release those arms. You can roll those shoulders and release your knees. Bring those knees back to center, rocking back and forth. Little hip massage here. Returning back to center, extend that right leg all the way out and just cross your left leg so that it's right over the top of your right knee. You don't want that ankle resting on the top of your knee, just above it. Once more, find those sit bones. Let yourself sit up tall, extending out through that right leg. Slowly lower your chest down and forward. You can grab onto your ankle or your calf, helping to pull yourself as deep as you want to go. Breathe into it. Feeling the back of your hamstring open. Allow the breath to take you a little deeper. And on your exhale, roll all the way back up. Let that left leg cross over your right. Extend out and up through the right hand and bring that elbow over your left knee. Let the left arm come back. Sit up tall through your spine. Let your gaze come over your left shoulder. Breathing in on your exhale, returning back to center. Take your hands behind your hips now. Walk your right foot in as tight as you can, pressing up through the palms of your hands. You can circle your foot and ankle, release that ankle. And now just dropping both knees so that you're stacking them, pulling those inner thighs in as close as you possibly can. Once more. Squeezing the inner thighs, pressing down through your sit bones, pulling up tall through your spine. Let those shoulders drop down. Bring that left hand all the way up, left hand coming down through the center of your spine, and try to reach back through the right fingertips. So you're really opening the shoulders here, drawing the chest up, breathing. And then release those shoulders. Roll those shoulders around, loosen it up. Bring those knees back to center. You can straighten those legs all the way out in front now. Once more, finding those sit bones, feeling your legs remain active and strong all the way through the backs of your hamstrings down into your calves, your ankles, your toes, sitting up nice and tall. On your exhale, slowly lower your chest forward. Bringing yourself down. With each exhale, a little deeper. Opening up through your hamstrings. Allowing yourself to fall forward. Going a little deeper with each exhale. On your inhale, gently rolling all the way up. Let those arms and hands extend overhead, pressing up through your palms. Pull the hips up off the ground into reverse plank. Squeeze your inner thighs. Let your head and neck fall back if that's comfortable for you. On your inhale, see if you can raise those hips a little higher, squeeze a little tighter. On your exhale, release. Beautiful. And now just swing those legs all the way behind you. We're going to come into our table pose. So your hands are shoulder width apart, your knees are hip width apart, head and neck in line with your spine. Release your belly, pull your head and neck up, inhale. And then exhale, round through your back, drop your head through your arms. Inhale, release your belly, pull your head and neck up. Exhale, round through your back. Inhale, release the belly. Exhale, round through your back. Now find your own rhythm here, your own breath. Allow yourself to flow and just feel the movement with the breath. Create your own rhythm. 2 more full breaths in and out just like this. Coming back into your table pose. We're going to extend out now through that right leg. So the right leg is going to come straight back behind you. Make sure that your hip is level and breathe. Extending now out through that right hand. So you're reaching out long through the right hand and at the same time extending through the right foot. Trying to continue to create strength, balance, And then dropping that right hand into the mat, we're going to cross your left hand all the way back, or left foot all the way back behind you, and turn your gaze towards your ankle. So you're opening and lengthening all through the side. Bringing that left leg straight back behind you once more. Perhaps extend out through the right arm. Once more, extending, reaching out long, creating length. Little extra challenge, you can bring the elbow into the knee. 2 breaths, in and out. Returning back to your table pose. Perfect. This time extend all the way back just into an extended child's pose. That gives you a moment just to relax, breathe. Anytime you want to, you can always return to child's pose. Anytime in your practice that you feel that you need to reconnect, take a break. On your inhale, gently rise all the way back up into your table. Once more, extend this time all the way out through that right leg, trying to keep those hips level as possible. Beautiful. Extend out now through that left arm. So at the same time that you're reaching back through your right foot, you're also reaching through those left fingertips, helping to create strength and balance. On your exhale, release your left hand, and you can cross now your right foot behind you, turning your gaze over your right shoulder. Opening through your side, breathing. On your exhale, draw that right foot straight back behind you, and left hand coming out. Little extra challenge here, elbow into knee. 2 breaths only. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Once more. Coming back to your table pose, reaching all the way back, extending into child's pose. Breathing here just for a couple breaths. On your inhale, gently rise all the way up. This time we're going to let ourselves lower all the way down into high cobra. Starting to open up through the front of your body. Feel your chest rise. Breathe into your belly. On your exhale, push all the way back into an extended child's pose. Inhale, reaching forward, high cobra. Exhale, release back. 2 more breaths just like this. In and out. Just allow yourself to roll through this, releasing. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you reach back. The next time you come forward, you're going to come all the way down onto your mat, so you're coming down into your elbows. Perfect. So those hands are going to be flat on the mat in front of you. Press down into your pelvic bone. Continue to rise, pulling up through the chest, Breathe. Turning your gaze over your right shoulder, reach back for the top of your right foot and pull that heel towards you. So you're going to continue to try to press those hips down into the mat. At the same time, come up out of your left shoulder. So the tendency might be to kind of sink down, try to continue to press up. And then release. Coming over to the opposite side, turning your gaze over your left shoulder, reach back for the top of your foot. And breathe, release. Here's where you can choose to put this all together. You're gonna reach back for that right foot, sink down, reach back for the left foot, kick back into the tops of the palms of your hands, and raise all the way up. Exhale, release gently, one hand at a time. Then you can press all the way up and back, coming into an extended child's pose. Letting your lower back open, breathing all the way through the tips of your fingertips. And gently roll yourself all the way back up. Coming up into your knees. We're going to turn our gaze over our right shoulder, reach back for the right heel, and let your right arm come back to the front, and then left hand to your left heel. Just go from side to side. Take your time. And then this is where you can put this all together. If it helps, you can also bend the feet up to become a little closer to your body. But you're going to reach back one hand at a time for the heel. Pull the chest up, shoulders apart. If you decide to come out one arm at a time. And you can come back into your resting child's pose, or you can go right back into it. This is a deep chest opener. Anytime you come out, one arm at a time, extending all the way back into child's pose. Breathing in and out. Coming all the way back into our table. So once more, hands shoulder width apart, feet and knees hip width apart. Extend now that right arm all the way up for the ceiling. And this time you're going to thread the needle. Let that right arm come right underneath your left, so you're gently resting right on the side of your head. and the side of your shoulder. You're getting the benefits of a slight spinal twist, opening the shoulders. Also, your head's below your heart, which creates a feeling of peace and relaxation. And just allow yourself to breathe into it. Pressing now into that left palm, gently rise all the way back up into your table pose. This time we're going to extend that left arm up towards the ceiling, and we're going to thread the needle on the opposite side. So your left arm's coming right underneath your right, and you're letting yourself rest gently on the side of your head. Continuing to breathe in and out. Pressing into that right palm, slowly and gently rise all the way back up into your table pose. We're going to go into our first downward dog here. So you're going to curl your toes under. You're going to press through the heels, drawing those heels down towards your mat. At the same time, pressing through the palms of your hands, drawing that tailbone up. Pressing straight through the spine, at the same time drawing those heels down as deep as you can go. You can walk your dog if you'd like. Bend your knees left and right. And now turning your gaze up into your hands, you're going to walk that right foot up towards the center of your hands. Drop down into your left knee, coming all the way up. Extend those arms. Reach for the ceiling. Sink down into the left knee. Remaining strong through your right leg. Breathing up and tall through your fingertips. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let your right elbow, come down into your right knee, and then extend those arms out wide. On your exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Rise all the way up once more. Deep inhale, exhale, release down. This time, if you have no knee issues, maybe you can sink all the way down and let that right foot just extend out in front of you. Pressing all the way up into your left knee. You're going to walk that right foot back into table, curl your toes under, press all the way up, downward dog once more. Extending through those hands and fingertips as you're pressing into the mat, pulling that spine up. At the same time, push your heels down, turn your gaze up into your hands, walk your left foot right in front between your hands. Let your right knee come all the way down. Extend and rise, arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe. On your exhale, hands to heart center. Let that left elbow come into your right knee. And then open those arms out wide. Returning your hands to heart center. Inhale, straight up. Deep inhale. As you exhale, if you don't have any knee issues, sink all the way down. Let those arms and hands extend forward. Breathing in, rise all the way up, coming back into your table. So coming up now to the front of our mat for some slow, easy sun salutations. Inhale the arms all the way up. Deep inhale. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Inhale into a half forward fold. Exhale, release down into full. Step 1 foot at a time, all the way back up, back into your plank. So you can come into full plank here or drop down into your knees if that's easier. If you're in full plank, to lower yourself down, press through those toes first, squeeze your elbows into your side, and gently lower yourself all the way down. Coming up, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes under, downward dog. Hold here for 2 breaths, in and out. Turning your gaze up into your hands, walk those feet all the way up into full forward fold. Inhale up into half. Exhale, release down full. Inhale, rising slowly all the way up. Let your arms and hands drop down to your side. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Inhale with me. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale up into half. Exhale, release full. Walk your feet 1 at a time. Come back into your plank, wherever you're comfortable. Hold it here 2 breaths. When you're ready, lower yourself down. Inhale up, upward dog. Exhale down, downward dog. Walk those feet all the way up to full forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Bring your hands down by your side. Once more, inhale up. Exhale, release down. Inhale into half. Exhale, release full. Walk those feet back into your plank. If you want a little extra challenge here, you can go into a side plank or stay into full plank or half plank. And then come on over to the other side for side plank. Releasing back down into full plank. Press through the toes, elbows into the side. Slowly lower down. Inhale up, upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes under, downward dog. Hold it here 2 breaths, in and out. On your last exhale, drop those knees down into your mat. Come all the way back into an extended child's pose. And just let everything drop into your mat. Staying here for 2 more breaths, in and out. Gently rolling through your spine 1 vertebrae at a time, coming all the way back into a seated position onto your mat. We're going to bring those soles of the feet together, starting to open up those inner thighs just a little bit. Once more, if you'd like to find those sit bones to help ground yourself down into your mat, sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Slowly lower the chest forward. And when you're ready, gently come on up. Let those knees come front and center of your body. Extend those arms out in front. And we're going to just sink back down into boat pose. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And breathe. And then just drop those feet slowly down. Inhale those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, releasing down. We're going to do some little spinal rolls, little spinal massage here. So you're just going to allow yourself to roll forward and back onto your mat. This gives your spine a little massage, loosening up any tightness or tension. Little extra challenge. Next time you're coming up, see if you can come straight back into that boat pose. Making sure to continue to breathe. And then just drop those feet slowly down towards your mat. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Deep inhale, exhale. We're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down into our mat. If you need to grab onto your thighs as you're coming down, you can do so. When you get all the way down, extend those arms, hands and feet in opposite direction. Get a full body stretch. Feels so good. Imagine somebody's pulling on your fingertips in one direction, your toes in the opposite direction. Stretching out your whole front of your body. And then just bring your arms down by your side. We're going to let those feet float all the way up towards the ceiling. Grab onto the soles of your feet for happy baby. You can choose to stay here, or if you want to go a little deeper into your plow, you can do so. If you're going to go into full plow, you're going to bring your hands down by your side, using those hands to push your tailbone up and off the mat, support your lower back. Let those feet extend out overhead. Bring your arms and hands in the opposite direction. Or stay in your happy baby. Make sure you're continuing to still breathe. Releasing out of plow, support that lower back. Gently returning down into your mat. From here, we're going to go into bridge pose. So if you have a block, you can use a block for support, or you can go into full bridge. So I'm going to use a block here, but I'll show you both ways in case you don't have a block. If you're going into full bridge, you're going to press those hips up off the mat, walk those shoulder blades in one at a time, and then clasp the hands underneath your shoulder blades, at the same time pressing those hips up. If you have a block, you could take that block, place it right underneath your lower back, lowering that back into your block, and then extend your arms up and over.
And if you're in supported bridge, you can bring those arms and hands back towards your side. Press all the way up off that block. Release. If you're in full bridge, release those shoulder blades. Slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Extend your left leg straight out, and then just hug your right knee tight into your chest. You can circle that foot in one direction and then the opposite direction. And now just bring your right knee so that it crosses over your left, drawing your right arm behind you. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Reclining spinal twist. Returning back to center. Release that right leg straight out. Hug your left knee in. You can circle that foot in one direction and the opposite. And then let your left foot, left knee cross over your right. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder and extend out through your left arm. Releasing, returning back to center. Hug both of those knees in tight. Make any circles with your knees in the ceiling and circle the opposite direction. So if you have any last final positions you'd like to do before we go into our final Shavasana, any other areas of tightness that you're feeling, maybe just take a moment to do something that feels good to you before coming to our final resting Shavasana pose. Allowing yourself just to rest fully, completely on your mat. Turning your attention to your breath, to how you're feeling in this moment. Allowing yourself to sink deeper and deeper. Feeling your body to become heavy in the mat. Allowing your face to soften. Letting your breathing become soft and gentle. Gently returning yourself to your breath, to the space, and to your body. Beginning to make any gentle movements that feel good to you in this moment. And when you're ready, just gently pulling those knees up towards your chest, allowing those knees to roll on over to one side. And then just press yourself all the way back up to a seated position. Maybe leaving your eyes closed just for a few more breaths. Just noticing where you are in this moment. Inhaling with me, draw those arms all the way up towards the sky. Leave a space between those hands as you pull down into your body, healing light, love, energy. Inhale with me once more. Create that space for laughter, joy, peace. Breathe that into every cell of your body. Inhale once more. Bring those palms together. Let those palms come to heart center. Take a moment here just to reflect on anything in your life that brings you joy and peace. Breathe that deep into your heart. Let that rest there. Joining me if you'd like for one closing Om. Inhale. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be at ease. Namaste.